How to start your vegetable garden from scratch. That's right, guys, answering your requests. Today we are going to show you in this video how to start your vegetable garden from scratch. Where should you begin? Come with me in this video and I will teach you from preparing the soil to planting. We have here today for you to see, and I will also be talking about 4 plants for you to use in your garden that you must always have to keep insects away. These plants that we are going to use here today and plant, they repel insects and have an insecticidal effect. Look how fantastic, guys, for you to plant with your collard greens. Have you ever planted collard greens and the caterpillars ate everything? So in this video today, I will teach you how to plant, and we will be planting plants together that have an insecticidal effect. Look what fantastic information, guys. First of all, welcome everyone to the channel of knowledge. For those who don't know me and are just arriving, I invite you to subscribe to the channel by clicking the little bell down here so that every time a video comes out, you will be reminded. Guys, I am very happy with everyone here on the channel, with the channel's growth. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart to each one of you. And for those of you who are just arriving, welcome. You are very welcome here on the channel. Come with me, guys. There's no messing around here, folks. Seriously, I'm going to teach you how to fertilize the garden bed, teach you how to plant, and I'm going to give you 4 important plants to plant alongside your vegetables so the pests don't eat them. Come along with me, guys. The first thing we're going to do is plant the collard greens, right? The collard greens that you are seeing right here. Look, collard greens, green onions, and parsley. Today we are going to start our garden from scratch with these items here. I advise you to start with these. Why? Green herbs, guys, everyone wants them, okay? It's important. Collard greens, everyone needs them. There are times of the year when nobody produces collard greens. Did you know that? So for this reason, I will be showing you what you should start with in your garden. Come with me here, guys. First thing, let's fertilize. How do we do this fertilization? Come here and I'll show you right now. It's simple and very easy. Here, as you can see, this is my garden, okay? The first thing I worried about was irrigation. Guys, I use these sprinklers here, the ballerina type. Look, okay? The first thing you have to worry about is irrigation. Look here, show them the sprinkler so they can see. This sprinkler here, look, is the ballerina type. Okay, guys? Look, they spin like a ballerina. I used a 25mm pipe. It was really cheap. This was just 2 lines. So now let's move on to preparing the soil. I broke up this soil here, okay, guys? I broke it up, raised the beds to the size I want. Okay? And now I need to correct this soil, right? What am I going to correct it with? With limestone. Guys, how many grams of limestone? About 200 grams of limestone for every meter of garden bed, folks. Like this. Look, you're going to throw it on top like this, okay? Now we are going to get into it. Pay attention, guys. Pay close attention. The limestone, from the moment you throw it, we have to turn it over, okay? But first, since we are going to plant 2 beds here today, look, I'm going to do it in the second one too. 200 g of limestone per meter. It's important that you stay in the video, guys, so you can see what you might be doing wrong. What does limestone do? It provides calcium, magnesium, and corrects the soil's pH. Plants don't thrive in acidic soil. Now we are going to incorporate this limestone into the soil with a hoe. Guys, look, you're going to chop up this bed like this. Look, I threw the limestone. I'm going to incorporate this limestone into the soil. Look, I did it in this one. Now I'll move to the other one. Look, in the same direction. Look, pay attention that I'm going in just one direction. From here to there. Look. And I'm incorporating it into the soil of the bed so we can provide calcium for the plants, okay? Magnesium and correcting the soil's pH. Look how beautiful. You are going to start your garden like this. Done. I've incorporated it. Next fertilization, guys, I'll be using the formulation, look, 4-30-10, which is a phosphorus fertilizer, right? Phosphorus fertilizer along with 4 of nitrogen, 30 of phosphorus, and 10 of potassium. Come closer here so they can see it up close. Let's go, guys. What's the amount, folks? This fertilizer is a ready-made formulation, okay? I'm going to throw an average of 150 grams per meter of garden bed. This fertilization here is what will make your seedling explode, grow roots, and develop quickly. Sometimes seedlings don't grow because of this. And I do the same thing here. Look, Oh, they might say, you can't mix phosphorus fertilizer with limestone. Guys, if anyone tells you that, don't believe them. Isnell, I threw limestone. Do I have to wait 90 days to plant? If there's a professional telling you that out there, don't listen. He doesn't pay your bills. You are the one who pays your bills, okay? Pay attention to these tips. Look, I'm going to do this right here, look. Usually people say that because they don't know the life of a family agriculture producer, okay? So he doesn't offer to pay your bills. I teach you how you're going to get results, guys. And now you saw that I put the fertilizer. Then you saw that I turned sideways. Now I'm going to hit it in the opposite direction. Did you catch that look? Look, I'm incorporating this fertilizer into the bed like this, okay? Look, you can't go wrong, guys. It's very simple and easy to do. Look, I incorporated this one. I'll jump to the next. On the same side, look, I'm chopping it up. Look, I'm mixing this fertilizer into the bed. Look how wonderful, guys. Look at the fertility. It doesn't matter if your soil is sandy or clay. You are going to do it with these same amounts that I gave you here. Done, I've incorporated it. Now, what is the next phase? Now we are just going to raise the bed. Look, just raise it and it's ready. How many days do I have to wait to plant? Not a single day. We are going to plant right now. It's right now. Look, once this is done, look, remember that the soil has to be wet, okay, guys? You can see that yesterday afternoon I irrigated mine well, okay? Look, yesterday afternoon I irrigated this soil so that today we could do the fertilizing and planting. Done, guys. These beds are set up. I'll go to the next one. The same way. Look, I'm raising it. Look, I'm raising it like this, as you can see. Look, on the other side too. Look, I'm raising all four sides of it. And now I just come along aligning the bed. Look, it's important that you do this here. Look at this. And now I'm going to give you a trick so you can leave the bed nice and smooth on top. You're going to take a rake, okay? Look, and you're going to run it over the top to remove all the impurities. Look how straight it turned out. And the same thing on the other one. Look how wonderful. Did you get the tip? Perfect. Look, we fertilized both beds. Which plant are you going to plant first? We are going to plant the collard greens. I already brought them here. So what am I going to do, guys? Look, I've already fertilized. I'm going to turn my collard green here. Look, I'm going to open the hole. Come here so you can see. Look, you can see from there so you can see. Look, I'm going to open the hole and put my seedling inside. I'm going to put soil at the base and press it down. I'll show you planting so you can see. Look, put the seedling inside without breaking the roots, okay, guys? Look, and press the base. And like this, look, I keep planting all of them. And the plant I mentioned that will serve as an insecticide, I'll show you at the end of planting which plant I'm going to plant here now. Look, then you come here, open here, look, and give it a squeeze. The same way here, guys. Look, open here, throw the plant inside, give it a squeeze at the base, okay? Are you catching on, guys? Look, open here, take the little bag off without breaking it. Put it here. Who doesn't like some collard greens, right? Look at this. Open here. Look. Turn it like this. Look. It seems like the plant is thankful, huh? If I were a seed, I'd want to be planted here. Look how cool, huh? Or a seedling. Look here, guys. Always give this little squeeze at the base. Okay, guys? Look, turn it here. Look. If you can take this little bag off without tearing it, you can reuse it, okay? Look, here I'm already going to plant a plant now for us to repel insects with insecticidal action. Just look so you can see. Look here, guys. Then you come here now, picking up some plastics around, okay? And come here with your hand like this. Look, to make the bed look nice, look. See how easy it is. Now for us to start with a control here against caterpillars, against pests, I'm going to plant a plant here for us to fight them. I want you to follow along with me. Look here so you can see. Look. Have you ever heard of lemon verbena? Look here. Look. I'm going to plant two. Lemon verbena, okay? This plant has an insecticidal and insect repellent action, okay? In other words, the insect will arrive here, the moth to lay eggs here on your collard greens, and it will smell the lemon verbena, and it won't let it. Look, I'm going to plant one here. Look. Pay attention, guys. This tip is important, huh? I'm going to plant two in the bed, okay? One here, look, and the other here. Look, just what's needed, okay, guys? Because I'm doing a companion planting between vegetables and medicinal plants, right? Which here is like lemon balm, but lemon verbena has a much milder and much more pleasant scent. Pests come here. They don't like this smell, so it serves as a repellent and has an insecticidal action. Guys, I've finished this bed. Let's go to the next one now. Every time you go to the supermarket, a bunch of green herbs is expensive, right? So here now we are going to plant half the bed with parsley, half with green onions. Come with me. Look how important, guys. Look what a tip for you to have your green herbs right there. Look, I'm going to plant in threes, okay? Look here. Look, I'm going to cut the little bag. Look, this here is the parsley. Look. And I'm going to open the hole and place it inside. Look. Look what a marvel this is, guys. I can already be harvesting. I planted it 40-something days ago, okay? So I can already be harvesting it. Look. Look here. And look how beautiful it looks in the bed. Parsley. You know what's good? You keep taking off the sprigs and it's always producing, look. It has this fertilizer that I put here. So it will make it grow very fast. Look. Make the hole. Give it a little squeeze. See, look. Take it out of the bag. Open it like this. Look, and cover it. Look. Make the hole. Put it in and give it a little squeeze. And so we keep planting. For us to be able to do it, the important thing is that you don't throw soil on the top little leaves, okay? So it doesn't dry out, doesn't burn, okay? Soil in their crown can kill the seedlings, okay? So always do it like this. Look, take off the bag, open the hole, and don't bury their crown, okay? Look how wonderful it's turning out. Can it be cilantro? It can, guys, but cilantro doesn't need to be planted in a little bag. You can plant the seed, okay? I'm planting parsley because we like parsley better. Some people prefer cilantro, right, in fish, in chicken sauce, but we prefer parsley, okay? I finished the parsley side. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to the green onion side. I open it the same way. Look, this here is green onion, okay? I planted it from seed too. Keep opening the hole and planting. You don't need to cut the leaves. Some people say you have to cut the leaf. When planting from seed, you don't need to. Here we are going to put another plant with insecticidal and repellent action too, so we can be repelling pests. Look how easy it is, guys. Opened it, took it out of the little bag, made the hole, planted it. See? There's no difficulty for those who want to make it happen, okay? For those who want to make it happen, for you who sometimes don't have time, right, to plant the seed, you can also get the seedling, okay? The green onion seedling. Look, guys, this one here ended up a little shallow, okay? Look, and so the seedling too, you can be planting the seedling, which is even faster, okay, guys? Look how beautiful this green onion is turning out. Careful, guys. Look, we are going to take it out of the bag so as not to break the main root, okay? I always tear the bag, which is safer. Look, I take it off, dig the hole, put the green onion inside, look. And here the same way, look. Remove the soil, don't break its roots. I tear the little bag so we don't risk breaking the soil. Look, throw soil at the base. Now I've finished my green herb bed. What am I going to do? I'm going to take and plant the two plants with insecticidal action here. Now I'll show you. Come with me. Do you know this plant, guys? Its name is known by two names, mugwort or wormwood. This plant here, guys, has an insecticidal repellent effect and insecticidal action on the insect. In other words, if the insect flies by here, it will smell it and go away. It won't land here to eat your vegetables. Look, of this one, the mugwort, I'm going to plant 3 seedlings, okay, guys? So we can leave this bed well protected. Look here, look, so you can see what a beautiful root, look, of the mugwort. I also planted it from seed. Look, I come here, look. I'm going to plant one here. Look, give it a little squeeze. Then I'm going to plant one in the middle. Mugwort or wormwood, okay, guys? You will find it by these two names. Look what a wonderful root, look. Beautiful thing, look. It's begging to go into the soil. Look, I'm going to plant one in the middle, okay? This will help me not need to apply chemicals. The plants themselves will play the role of acting as an insecticide. Look how wonderful, guys, I planted it. Am I finished? No. Now we are going to do the mulching so you can see how to do it. Now you come under a tree. It can be any tree. Here I am under a mango tree. And gather these leaves, guys, look. just like I'm gathering. Look, these leaves here, look, we are going to use them over there for us. It can be leaves of whatever you have there. Okay, guys? For us to cover our bed, look, I'm going to take them and throw them in the wheelbarrow here, look. I left the yard unraked for 3 days here. Guys, look, so we could gather these leaves, look. And now we are going over there so you can see how to do the mulching on the bed to protect the soil, the earth. Come with me. We are at the collard green bed. I'm going to take the leaves and I'm going to start, guys. Look, this here, look, will protect against raindrops. The raindrops won't hit the soil directly, okay? And also against irrigation, it will provide a whole organic fertilization for your plants, okay? And also, guys, it will provide, right, fertilization there for your planting. Look, I'm going to turn here, look, and what's more important, you have a garden and you can't keep up with pulling weeds. These leaves here will also hold back these weeds from coming up in your soil. Look how fantastic, look. I'm going to continue here, look, applying these leaves here. Look, in the spaces here, look where it was planted. Look, it's important that you don't leave them on top of the leaves you planted, okay, guys? Look, look, I'm throwing them like this. Look, okay, look. And I'm placing them where the plants got hidden. I'm lifting them up, look, okay? They can't stay on top of the plant. Look how beautiful it looks, guys. Look here, look, and now I'm just aligning them, look, okay? What will happen with these leaves? They will hold back the weeds, right? They will protect the soil against the drops of rainwater or when you irrigate, and it will look like the most beautiful thing. What is the next step now? Irrigation, come with me. Let's turn on the irrigation. If you have a watering can, use a watering can. I already set up an irrigation system, so I'm just going to turn on a valve. Look, I'm going to come here. I'm going to turn on this valve. I'm going to go to the other side and turn on the other valve. Did you see why? Because from now on, I'm going to leave it irrigating and I'm going to do another job. On the farm, our time is worth a lot of money, guys. I'm going to ask you to come here. Look, so you can see it irrigating how it is. Look, I'm going to stand in front, okay? Here, guys, I have this passion fruit. Look, okay? Look at the size of my passion fruits. Look, around my garden. Look. See? Now I'm going to let it irrigate well. Look what a beautiful thing. Look, guys. Look at this, irrigating my garden completely. Guys, if you stayed here until now, you will definitely start your garden from scratch. Share this video there with your friends and family groups so we can teach this very important tip for your vegetables, for your garden to grow fast, right? Using this management that I did here. Thank you very much to all of you who watched this video. Share it, guys, so we can pass this information on to more people in Brazil and in the world. And here below the video, guys, for you who liked it a lot and want to help, there is the option for you to become a member. Become a member here of the channel. You will be very welcome. A special thanks to all the members. It's an option for you to give some support here to the channel. Come along with me, guys, always bringing it in a simple and fast way to help you produce your own food. May God be with you all. A big hug to all of you. If this guide transformed your vision on how to grow your own food from scratch, subscribe to the channel and leave your like. We are revealing the cultivation secrets that many try to hide. Plant your future now. The next treasure of the earth will be open soon.